This is The Sneetches by Dr. Seuss, taken from the book The Sneetches and Other Stories by Theodore Seuss Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss. As read by me, Mr. Curry from Scranton High School, and my twin 5-year-olds, Christopher Curry. Say hi.
Hi.
And Miss Michelle Curry.
Hi.
They're very excited. Are you very excited?
No,
No?
we're just laughing.
Okay.
I'm excited.
You're excited. Good.
Yes.
All right. The Sneetches. Now, the star-belly Sneetches had bellies with stars. The plain-belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big. They were really so small. You might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. So one guy's sad and the one guy's happy?
Mhm.
Why is he sad?
Because he didn't have a star.
Because there's no star, right? But because they had stars, all the star-belly Sneetches would brag, "We're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches." With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. We'll have nothing to do with the plain-belly sort. And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. When the star-belly children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all.
Daddy.
You could only play if your bellies had stars, and the plain-belly children had none upon theirs.
Daddy.
What, honey?
Did I do the next question on here?
Do you have a question? Go ask a question.
Why won't the little kids play with the ones with stars on their belly? The
Yeah.
kids that have stars on their bellies and the kids that don't? Why won't they play?
Why won't they let them? Well, they won't let them play because they don't have stars. They were born, the guys who have stars on their bellies were born with stars on their bellies. And the ones who don't have stars on their bellies, that were born that way. And so the ones with stars think that they're better than the other ones, and they won't let them play. What, bud?
Daddy, why do they have a star ball that they're playing with?
Well, because that's their ball. And they have stars on their bellies, so they're going to have stars on the ball. What game do you think they're playing there?
I know, soccer.
Looks like they're playing soccer, right? That guy must be the goalie because he's about to catch it with his hands, or his wings. All right, are we ready? There we go.
Daddy,
When the star-belly Sneetches had Frankfurter roasts or picnics or parties or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the plain-belly Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near. And that's how they treated them year after year. They were a nice campfire roast there.
I like
What are Frankfurters?
hot dogs.
Who likes hot dogs?
Me.
Me. Christopher, you don't like hot dogs, do you?
No.
How about marshmallows?
Me.
Everybody loves marshmallows. Who doesn't love marshmallows? Right? Don't see all the guys without stars on their belly are sad. Then one day it seems, while the plain-belly Sneetches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a clear voice and in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy. But I can fix that. I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come here to help you. I have what you need. My prices are low, and I work at great speed. And my work is 100% guaranteed." That's a crazy name. Sylvester McMonkey McBean.
Why is it crazy?
Who can say that? Sylvester McMonkey McBean. Say it.
Mr. Miss Bean.
That's a tough one.
Can we say him one more time?
Sylvester McMonkey McBean.
I said it.
Okay, are you ready? Here we go again. Then quickly, Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine. And he said, "You want stars like a star-belly Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside, and the big machine roared, and it clonked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it burked, and it bopped them about, but the thing really worked. When the plain-belly Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon theirs. Look at, they're going in. They don't have any stars. They pay them the money. They go through the machine. They got all tatted up.
It's like a tattoo. It's like a tattoo machine.
It's like a tattoo machine, so they have stars on their bellies now.
And it doesn't do it tomorrow.
Well, maybe it does. We'll see.
Only from the machines.
We'll see. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start, "We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter parties." "Good grief," groaned the ones who had stars at the first. "We're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now, how in the world will we know?" They all frowned. "If which kind is what, or the other way round." Then up came McBean with a very sly wink. Then he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who. That is perfectly true. But come with me, friends. You know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 eaches. Belly stars are no longer in style, said McBean, and what you need is a trip through my star off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like Sneetches who have them on theirs. And that handy machine worked very precisely. Removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Look at their tummies. No stars on them anymore.
Why are they happy now if they don't have stars?
Well, because they're still trying to be the best Sneetches on the beaches. Then with snoots in the air they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout. We know who is who, now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without. Then of course those with stars all got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then of course old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. Then of course from then on, as you probably guess, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of that day on those wild screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again, through the machines they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the plane nor the star bellies knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Yeah, they just keep going all the way round and around and around, paying their money. Look at all the money he's making.
But Daddy,
what?
How does those get through there and those get through there?
They just keep going in line. They just keep following each other right around.
Oh.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And then the other ones leave a space?
Yeah.
They're all sad because he took all his money.
He took all their money, right? Look at them. They're all sad. Either whether they have stars on their bellies or no stars on their bellies, they're all sad now, right?
Then they tell friends.
Well, we'll see.
They are.
Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They never will learn. Nope, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong, I'm quite happy to say, that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches, that day all the Sneetches forgot about stars and whether they had one or not upon theirs. See, they're all happy. They're holding hands, right?
Daddy,
They're friends now.
Why's the fish checking all them out?
He's just checking things out. He's just scoping out the situation.
Daddy, is it over?
It's over. That's the end of the story. Was it a happy ending?
Yeah.
Everybody's happy now?
Yes.
Even McMonkey McBean, because he got all their money, right?
I wonder why the fish is checking them out.
He's just checking out the situation. All right. Well, he doesn't have a star in his belly either, does he? All right. Say bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye. Our dad will talk about you at school tomorrow. Bye.